Good morning, everybody. A warm welcome to the international quiz, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So today we are starting this celebration, the 75th, anniversary of Independence Day. It has been started by Honorable Prime Minister of India. It is going to be 75-week-long celebrations. And we have actually the one interesting attribute of this quiz is we have 75 questions in this quiz competition, and of course we have cash prizes. This is a very interesting idea proposed by our patron, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Raghavendra Tiwari, sir. He is with us right now. So before going with the formal inauguration function, let me first of all, let us start with the university anthem. So please rise from your seats right now.
पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय संस्कृतियों का मिलन बिंदु विज्ञान दृष्टि धारण करके विद्या की इस फुलवारी से महके देश का प्रांगण सारा ज्ञान विज्ञान का मधुर संगम जीवन मूल्यों का सहारा ये नवाचार का पाठ पढ़ाता देश विदेश की समझ बढ़ाता भावी पीढ़ी का ये निर्माता विश्व बंधुत्व का भाव सिखाता तेरी शान रहे तेरा मान रहे पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय.
Right. So let me give a brief overview of this.
पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय.
Let me give you a brief overview of this, the responses that we received. We have received 2,051 responses. We announced only 3 days back, and this number is really surprising for us too. We are really happy that a lot of people are interested. And this one is not just a quiz. It's an opportunity to learn many interesting facets. Basically, I'm not from history, but during while making this quiz, I also learned so many interesting facets that completely unknown to me. So every learning opportunities we should cherish. So in this quiz, it's of course it's open for international participants to the NRIs living abroad. So we got a tremendous number of responses. The country of residence include so many countries. You can see UK, Tanzania, UAE, Cameroon, US, Nepal, Somalia, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Indonesia, Cambodia, Italy, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Ethiopia. So many countries. We have international participants. As we know that right now it's in the evening in the US. So yeah, the different time zones. And thanks a lot for this wonderful responses for our quiz competition. Coming from India, we have several states, especially Karnataka. This time, people from Karnataka has a little bit dominated, we can see. And UP also is there. Very good, 9.4% of the participants are from UP. Punjab, 8.9%. And other very big states include, among the participants, Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, West Bengal, and Jammu and Kashmir. So we got lots of responses. And one of the questions which we asked while registering is highest educational qualification. So as we can see that most of them are either bachelor student or master student, and also some are school students and PhD. We are really happy about the school student. Last time when we conducted the quiz, the first prize went to a school student. You see, we will wait and see who is going to win this quiz competition. And for inauguration, the welcoming the inaugural address will be by Professor Raghavendra P. Tiwari ji, sir. He's our Vice Chancellor. So to welcome him, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and also for giving in context setting, Professor Harpal Singh Pannu will speak next. So as we have a large number of audience from various parts of the world, let me introduce him. Professor Pannu is a very illustrious career. He has been into popularization of Punjabi and religious studies. Right now, he is Guru Gobind Singh Chair of our university, Central University of Punjab here in Khuda village in Bathinda district. He has BA and MA. He's a gold medalist, and PhD 6 studies in 1988 from Punjab University in Patiala. And so many awards. MS Rathanwa Gyan Puraskar, Language Department of Patiala in 2010. Baba Banda Singh Award by the Academy of Sikh Religion and Culture from Patiala. Large number of other awards as well, including Bhai Kahan Singh Napa Award by BKS Trust in Napa in Punjab. And he has authored large number of books in Punjabi, as well as several translations from to Hindi, so that is absolutely an illustrious career. So without wasting time, sir, over to you, sir. You may please say us a few words about this particular event. Sir, please unmute.
माननीय श्रोतागणों और दर्शकों, भारतवर्ष को आजाद हुए 74 वर्ष हो गए हैं और 75वां चल रहा है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की इच्छा है कि आगामी साल में आजादी से पहले और आजादी के बाद की अवधि का मूल्यांकन किया जाए कि हमने क्या खोया, क्या पाया। आज प्रधानमंत्री जी गुजरात से इस वर्ष की गतिविधियों का शुभारंभ करेंगे। पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय आज अब इस सुबह क्विज कंपटीशन से अपने प्रोग्राम शुरू करता है, जिसका निर्देशन डॉक्टर राघवेंद्र प्रसाद तिवारी जी हमारे वाइस चांसलर साहब कर रहे हैं। मैं प्रोफेसर तिवारी जी केंद्रीय यूनिवर्सिटी के अध्यापकों, विद्यार्थियों, दर्शकों, क्विज में भाग लेने वाले पार्टिसिपेंट्स का स्वागत करता हूं। पहले, दूसरे और तीसरे दर्जे पर आने वाले भाग्यशील विजेताओं को सम्मान पत्र और कुछ धनराशि उपकुलपति जी रिजल्ट आने के बाद प्रदान करेंगे। इसी श्रृंखला में आज शाम 3 बजे हम सभी प्रोफेसर बलदेव भाई शर्मा, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ जर्नलिज्म छत्तीसगढ़ के वाइस चांसलर हैं, अपना भाषण देंगे। आज आप उनको सुनेंगे, हमें आशा है। आपका सभी का एक बार फिर स्वागत। जय हिंद।
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Professor Harpal Singh Pannu, sir. And next is, of course, the inaugural address. So before that, let me introduce, our Vice Chancellor, sir, because of the large number of audience from around the world. Professor Raghavendra P. Tiwari is our Vice Chancellor here in Central University of Punjab, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Previously, he served as the Vice Chancellor of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya in Sagar in Madhya Pradesh, just before this appointment here in Punjab, Central University of Punjab. He holds PhD in geology. Of course, it's in paleontology, a sub-discipline, from Guwahati University in Assam. And he has been serving various key positions in Government of India for quite some time. Earlier he was Joint Secretary of the Paleontological Society of India and Exploration Research Advisory Committee of the Atomic and Mineral Division. And his main specialization, the academic and research specializations, are in paleontology, stratigraphy, seismology, GPS, geodesy, and active research areas are paleobiology, stratigraphy of Cenozoic succession of the Northeast India, and geodynamics of Indo-Burmese arc, and several accolades including L. Ramarao Birth Centenary Award of the Geological Society of India. Over to you, sir, for the inaugural address. So you're still muted.
Participants from different states of various states of India, as well as from, if I'm correct, I've counted nearly 17 countries from where the response to our call on Independence Day celebration quiz, 75th Independence Celebration quiz. Good morning to you all. Sat Sri Akal. I'm thankful to all the participants for overwhelming response to our call on quiz competition on 75th Independence Day. As we all know that for nearly 200 years, or prior to that, under the Mughal regime, the entire governance, social engineering, and all other affairs were managed by foreigners. And after long struggle by our freedom fighters led by our uh, father of the nation, see Gandhiji, we got independence. As we all know that the uniqueness of this struggle is non-violence and peace. During the long history of struggle for independence, whatever bloodshed and whatever violence occurred, it was always in response to our peaceful demonstration in the most non-violent manner. So this struggle, which was of course long drawn, but it occupies unique position in all struggles in the human civilization, and that is why it is unique, and that is why, and the entire struggle for independence sank well with our philosophy of civilization, of civilizational discourse. Right from the start of our civilization, we always believed in non-violence. We always believed for happiness of everyone, not only the Homo sapiens, but all non-living creatures, planets, rivers, mountains. So that was our philosophy, and maybe that was in the backdrop of our leaders of freedom struggle, that they resorted to this non-violence course of struggle, and ultimately in the night of 14th August, the foreign rulers, they withdrew from our country. It was in the most peaceful manner. That was another, beauty of this struggle. So now, we got independence. In Hindi, we call independence as Swatantrata. Swatantra, this means we became Swatantra, free of foreign rule. Now this, the meaning of Swatantra is Swa means self, Tantra means structure, the governance model, the governance structure. And so after, now we are celebrating 75th Independence Day anniversary, and this would be, as Dr. Felix said, it would be 75th week-long celebration, and the Government of India, under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister, beloved Prime Minister, has constituted a very long committee, a very large committee, having nearly 259 eminent personalities from different walks of life for chalking out programs for this celebration. And as I said earlier, the uniqueness of this celebration, and what do we actually mean by independence, and how should we conduct ourselves. This, now the college, university going children, school going children, they are not much aware of the sacrifices made by our freedom fighters from almost all the states of the country and from various communities. The beauty was this: the freedom struggle was not led by a certain section of the society. It was from all across the states, from all communities. It really embodied the diverse community that struggled for independence, diverse in terms of language, diverse in terms of region, diverse in terms of religion. Almost every people from every walk of life wholeheartedly supported, participated in this freedom struggle, and that signifies the unity of the nation. And that is what we should cherish, and we should carry it forward, keeping everyone from every hook and corner of the nation united together, and sharing all resources in the most equitable manner, sharing all facilities that India have had produced thus far in the most equitable manner, and trying to develop a governance model, governance structure, which really takes care of everyone in the society and saves us from another influx of foreign invasion, whether in a sporadic manner or in a well-planned manner. So, from history, we always learn great lessons. So here, this lesson is that if if we remain united, and if we not only in terms of sharing of resources, but in terms of mindset, which is very important. United in terms of the philosophy of unitedness. This will of unitedness and the feeling of unitedness should come from the mind and heart, and that would be really enduring unity. So this on this occasions like this, we remember the sacrifices made by different sections of the society, and this 75th question, uniqueness of the 75 questions that will be posed today, is that they cover almost all geographical extent of the country, not confined to certain region and certain class. So this cover really and these 75 questions really articulate the philosophy of freedom struggle and the wide range participation of people from across the states in freedom struggle, and even some NRIs, what we call it now, Indians residing abroad, they also participated. So it is these 75 questions are in fact a great tribute to all those who participated in freedom struggle, and they brought freedom to our nation. And now the only lesson that we have to learn is that all that we do now after independence, that is for unity of the nation, that is not only political unity, but the cultural unity and the bondage of brotherhood and all. And this way only we can take the country forward. And higher education institutions like Central University of Punjab have to play a great leading role in carrying forward the spirit of independence, and also educating the masses for the true meaning of independence, and how as an independent country, how as a civilized country, how should we behave, and what are our roles as civilian of the nation, and how can we really rebuild our nation and take it in the forefront as it was in ancient India. So I'd like to compliment Dr. Felix, Professor Pannu, and Dr. Rajendra Sen, and all those who have worked hard for the last 2-3 days to make this event possible. And that's what I wanted to say. So again, my compliments to all those who have participated, who are participating in this, and learning a great lesson from our freedom struggle. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for your visionary speech, totally enlightening us, especially your point about the inclusive growth, the future growth. We should learn from the past, as well as we should look forward in future for the inclusive growth of the nation, politically as well as the cultural integrity as well. It is really fantastic. Lots of interesting thought that you shared. Thanks a lot, sir. And as you were saying, yes, the questions cover entire geographical area, and or it's highly inclusive, or we are not actually looking only at a specific community. It covers everything, including the NRIs. So without wasting time, we have a long way to go. 75 questions, exciting questions, and don't think about it's winning or losing. Okay, and this is a kind of a game, and it's more infotainment. You're going to learn a lot of interesting things in this particular presentation. So before we start the real show, so let me share a little bit of the rules and regulations of this one. So the quiz is going to conduct through the menti.com. If you're watching this program through YouTube, you would need to go to the menti.com after what I complete, the rules and regulations. First, please listen, stay here in the YouTube and listen what I'm going to say, right? So this is going to be conducted through menti.com, not through YouTube. You would need to open this menti.com on a separate browser, okay, on your mobile phone or on your laptop. It's immaterial. When you go to this site, it's going to ask you to enter a nickname. And remember, don't enter the nickname. It should be your real name. Okay, so it should be the real name as what you have registered in the quiz registration, right? And nicknames are not accepted and will not be considered for the award. Okay, that is going to be a trouble for all of us to identify who belongs to which nickname, right? You use your real name, exactly same as the name that you have used for registration. That's really important. Okay, don't use your nickname. The quiz, one specialty of this quiz is that it has timed questions, right? So when the quiz starts, the question appears and the participants need to answer before the countdown ends. So each question will get only 15 seconds to answer. And remember, there is no negative marking. So intelligent guessing is absolutely welcome, right? and each question will have various marks depending upon your response time. Right, wrong or no answer gives 0 points. So the faster you answer, higher scores that you're going to get. It's something like Kaun Banega Crorepati of Amitabh Bachchan. You might have seen that, right? And various incarnation of that program in the TV. So the response time matters. It measures the response time up to microseconds. So the program is really, really powerful for that. So therefore, looking up for the answers in the internet before answering is not a good idea. So forget cheating. If you are planning for cheating, that is not possible. Or even asking to your friends before answering, no, that will not get you any points. The faster you answer, the more points that you're going to get. After each question, there will be a leaderboard, right? So in this particular quiz, it's after every 5 questions, I put the leaderboard, right? Declaring who tops the competition with exact points. And at the end of the last question, the winners are declared. So once the question is completed, all participants should once again watch the concluding program live. So this same YouTube channel, please come back here for the concluding program, formal conclusion of this program, which will be approximately 1 hour from now, 1 or 1.5 hours, depending upon how long we are going to take for this quiz competition. So don't simply leave it. You have to come back to this YouTube channel of the university's official channel to see it, the proceedings of the final the concluding session of this particular program. So your time is now starting. You have 6 minutes to go. Please go to the website using any standard browser or use your computer or a mobile device or a tablet, whatever you have, no problem. Even a small mobile phone is fine. Open the site menti.com and enter the code 91550592. That is a code you have to enter in the menti.com. I start the countdown. I will wait for you 6 minutes. Okay, please go to menti.com. Look, if you are in the YouTube, don't stay here. You cannot answer in the YouTube. Okay, you have to open this particular website, menti.com, and then enter the code 91550592. I'll wait for next 5 minutes. Please go to the website menti.com and enter the code 91550592. The site will ask you to enter the nickname. Do not enter the nickname. It has to be your real name. I repeat, please go to this site menti.com, menti.com. And when you go to this site or any standard browser, it will ask you a code and enter the code correctly, 91550592. And then it will ask you to enter the nickname. Do not enter the nickname. It has to be your real name. Four minutes to go. We are waiting for more participants in the menti.com. So if you are watching here for the first time, please go to menti.com. Don't stay here in YouTube. You have to go to this particular website, menti.com, on any browser. Okay, your mobile browser is fine. And then enter the code 91550592. Let me go to that website now. So I can see a large number of participants already here in this menti.com waiting for the quiz to start. We still have 3 more minutes to go, waiting for more participants to join. So before I start the quiz, I would like to say that you need to have a very good internet connection. Moderately fine internet connection is okay. But if you have genuine internet problems, so if you are using this one on your mobile phone, you may go to your terrace or onto your garden to increase receptivity. And we are not responsible if you have any internet issues, okay? So that cannot be considered at all. So you may please move to your terrace or garden so that you get better internet connection. We have a very large number of people right now, almost 2,000, 2,050 participants of this international quiz from various countries. If you are watching this in the YouTube, you have to leave this YouTube and open this menti.com. There is a website. The quiz will not be through YouTube. Quiz is going to be through menti.com, the website. And once you go to the menti.com, enter the code number 91550592. That is a code number, right? I repeat the code once again, 91550592. And do not enter your nickname. The name has to be the real name. All right, we are last 1 minute. We'll wait for whoever is joining, and then we are starting the quiz. Much awaited quiz is going to begin soon. Okay, we are starting in next 30 seconds. A very large number of participants, and remember, your response time matters. The faster you answer, the more points you're going to get. Okay, so let us start the quiz. Welcome to this a very special quiz with 75 questions on the freedom movement. This is a theme of this the quiz, the freedom movement. Okay, so this is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let us begin this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav with the very first question. Answer fast to get more points. Which Indian ruler established Jacobin Club to pursue the ideals of the French Revolution? Malhar Rao Holkar, Tipu Sultan, Asaf Jah II, Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Time's up. And Tipu Sultan is the right answer. Most of you answered this rightly. I'm really happy. Most of you are well aware of this historical developments. Question number 2. Which of the following figures are from the Indian freedom struggle was not a lawyer or advocate by training? Muhammad Ali Jinnah, B.R. Ambedkar, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Yes, Subhash Chandra Bose. He is the one who qualified the civil services. He was not a lawyer by profession, but he qualified the civil services. And majority of you answered it right. Next question. Who wrote the book Poverty and Un-British Rule in India? Dadabhai Naoroji, Ramesh Chandra Dutt, Mahadev Gobind Ranade, or Ani Besant? Dadabhai Naoroji is the right answer, and most of you answered it right. And he provided the first economic critique of the British colonialism and also propounded drain of the wealth theory. You know, Dadabhai Naoroji is a very well-known figure of this Indian freedom struggle. Question number 4. Which of the following was an essential component of Gandhi's understanding of development? Use of spinning wheel and importance of khadi, importance of industries, importance of railways, and importance of machinery. Correct. Most of you answered it right. Use of spinning wheel and importance of khadi. You know, Gandhi's nationalism was more concerned with promoting cottage industries. You know, this is the right answer. And now coming to the 5th question. Who among the following was active in getting Sati abolished? You know, Swami Vivekanand Gokhale, Swami Vivekanand Gokhale Tilak, or Raja Ram Mohan Roy? Raja Ram Mohan Roy is the correct answer, and most of you answered it right. And you know, of course, Sati was abolished by Bengal Sati Regulation Act in 1829. And at the end of this round, let us see who tops the chart, the leaderboard. Yes, Rohit Sinha is topping this list with 4,646 points. Closely behind is Anish with 4,632 points. And then Shailendra Singh Mohanty with 4,447 points. Let us see if the lead will maintain or not. Coming to the 6th question. Who founded Satyashodhak Samaj? Ram Mohan Roy, Jyotiba Phule, Vitaji Kobdekar, or Baba Ante? Jyotiba Phule is the right answer. Jyotiba Phule established this Samaj in 1873 for democratizing education and social rights. Next question. In which town in northeastern part of India did Indian National Army hoist the tricolor during World War II? Moirang, Imphal, Dimapur, or Guwahati? Imphal is incorrect answer. Moirang is the right answer. Some of you answered this one correct. Okay, so this basically it was in World War II. The INA fought the British allies in support of the Indian freedom struggle. You see, and they hoisted this flag in Moirang. Now, 8th question of the day. Which of the following among joined the Mritu Bahini, the kind of suicide squad during the Quit India movement? Who among the following? Rani Gaidinliu, or Lasit Bofarkhan, or Kanakla Barua, or Haipau Jodanan? Some of you answered the right answer, Kanaklata Barua. You know, 135 of you answered it. Kanaklata Barua was 17 years at that time when she joined this squad. And 9th question. Who was hanged publicly by the British in the West Jaintia Hills in 1862? Kyang Nangma, Birsa Munda, Sidhu Kanu, or Lasit Borfukan? Kyang Nangma is the right answer. Some of you answered it right. And he was the leader of the Khasi tribe who resisted the British advance in Meghalaya. And 10th question. Bir Tikendrajit Singh was associated with which of the following? The Palace Revolution, Quit India Movement, Non-Cooperation Movement, Civil Disobedience Movement. The Palace Revolution is the right answer. Most of you answered it right. You know, he was a prince of Manipur state and commander of a Manipuri army. And his activity, that is through the Palace Revolution, led to Anglo-Manipuri War. Very interesting piece of information, isn't it? I also learned first time while making this quiz. And at the end of 10 questions, who is leading the chart? Anish is now on the top. Anish with 8,181 points, closely followed by Vipasha Sharma and then Suraj Sharma. See, everything has changed after 10 questions. Let us see these people are going to, maintain the lead or not. Now coming to the 11th question. Who among the following was shot dead by the British police during August Kranti agitation in Nagaon District of Assam? Kushal Kanwar, Hogeshwari Fulkarni, Lakshmikant Basbarua, or Gopinath Bordoloi? Hogeshwari Fulkarni is the answer. She was a mother of 8 and a housewife who took part in non-violent march as part of the civil disobedience against the British Raj. So that is the right answer for that. Next question. Number 12. Revolutionary leader Matmor Jamoh, who fought against the British supremacy, belonged to which tribe? Garo, Mizo, Adi, or Bodo? Adi is the right answer. Only very few of you answered the question rightly. Adi tribe are inhabits, they are inhabitants of the parts of Arunachal Pradesh. 13th question. Annexation of Hyderabad to India was done on which year? August 1947, September 1948, January 1949, October 1950. September 1948 is the right answer. Most of you answered it right. So Hyderabad was one of the more than 500 princely states, that existed in India at the time of the independence. Next is number 14. Who among the following freedom fighters is affectionately known as Aboh Nyiji? Moje Reba, Tirot Singh Siam, Kyang Nangma, or Haipao Jodonan? Moje Riba is the answer. Some of you answered it right. Moje Riba was also known as Aboh Nyiji, that is the old father of all, and belonged to West Siang of Arunachal Pradesh. And 15th question. In which year Goa was liberated from Portugal? 1956, 1961, 1966, or 1971? Yes, B is the right answer. 1961. Most of you answered it right. Unlike the French who voluntarily gave up on the territories in India, like the Mahi and Pondicherry, Goa had to be liberated by the Indian army by fighting with the Portugal. That is why it took the annexation took some time. And at the end of this round, let us see who is leading the chart. Anish is still on top? No, it is Suraj Sharma is on top. Suraj, congratulations, Suraj. Let us see who is maintaining. Second is S. Srimati. I can see a female name in this list. Second prize goes to S. Srimati. I mean, it's not prize yet. It's at the end of the 15th question. And third is Vipasha Sharma, another female. Very good. Well done, all of you. And let us go to the next question. 16th question. Who delivered the speech Crisis of Civilization during the World War II? Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Rabindranath Tagore, Periyar, or Gandhi? Yes, Tagore is the right answer, and most of you answered it right. Yes, Tagore delivered this speech about the crisis in the global civilization as witnessed in World War II. Yes, it's a very famous speech by the Tagore. 17th question. Which of the following states was known as NEFA, that is Northeast Frontier Agency under the British colonialism? Mizoram, Sikkim, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh. Yes, Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer. Yeah, it was in 1972 that NEFA was renamed Arunachal Pradesh, way back in 1972. Now coming to the 18th question. Rani Gaidinliu was associated with which of the following? Heraka cult, Vaishnavism, Shakta cult, or Shaiva cults? Heraka cult is the right answer. Only some of you got it right. By the way, Rani Gaidinliu was a spiritual and political leader from Nagaland. 19th question. Bose wanted to rename Andaman and Nicobar Islands as what? Bharat Mata Islands, Suraj and Shanti Islands, Sadbhavana and Shanti Islands, or Shahid and Suraj Islands? Shahid and Suraj Islands. Some of you got it right. And 20th question. Who gave the title Father of the Nation to the Gandhiji? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Nehru, Savarkar, or Periyar? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is the right answer. Most of you got it right. By the way, Netaji gave this title during the Singapore radio address way back in 1944. At the end of this round, let us see who is the topper. Is Suraj Sharma still on the top? No, it is now Arya Ashok is now winning with 13,898 points. closely followed by Aparna Ashok and Suraj Sharma. Suraj Sharma is the third position right now. Arya Ashok is the fastest in this question as well. Now coming to our 21st question. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore returned his knighthood after which incident? Chauri Chaura, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, hanging of Bhagat Singh, or World War I? Jallianwala Bagh massacre is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 22nd question. Who founded Naujawan Bharat Sabha in 1928? Surya Sen, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Afshaqullah Khan. Bhagat Singh is the right answer, and most of you got it right. By the way, Naujawan Bharat Sabha was founded to help to foster the revolutionary sentiment against the British Raj by gathering the labor and youth. You know, that is a very famous, movement by Bhagat Singh. You know. 23rd question. Which of the following cities saw the first instance of Satyagraha? Surat, Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad. Champaran is answered by most of you, but yes, the correct answer is Ahmedabad, and only very less number of participants answered this right answer. Yes. 24th question. Itihad, Kurbani, that means unity, faith, sacrifice, was the slogan of which one? Indian National Army, Communist Party of India, Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League. Itihad, Itimad, Kurbani. Muslim League is right, incorrect answer. The right answer is Indian National Army. Only very few of you answered it right. And 25th question. To which community did Taji Mediran, that is deported and hanged by the British for his role in the freedom struggle, belong? Mishmi, Konyak Naga, Meitei, Khasi. Mishmi is the right answer. Only very few of you answered it right. Now let us see at the end of these 25 questions who is topping the chart. Suraj Sharma is back on track. He is now topping the chart with 16,224 points. Closely behind is Arya Ashok and Aparna Ashok. Next is 26th question. Who among the following died in jail on the hunger strike? Jatin Das, Bhagat Singh, Madam Blavatsky, Surya Sen. Jatin Das is the right answer. Most of you got it right. 27th question. Bahadur Shah Zafar was sent to exile in which of the following cities? Rangoon, Singapore, Hong Kong, Colombo. Yes, Rangoon is the right answer. There is a very famous stadium by this name, Bahadur Shah Zafar. And also he was a figurehead of 1857 revolt against the British Raj, 1857 revolt, Bahadur Shah Zafar. Rangoon is the answer. And most of you got it right. 28th question. Who gave the slogan Jai Hind? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Gandhiji, Nehru, Maulana Azad. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is the right answer, and most of you got it right. And 29th question. Whose death anniversary is celebrated every year in the state holiday in Meghalaya to commemorate their contribution to the freedom struggle? Tirot Singh CM, Pang Togan Sangma, Yu Kiang Nangma, or Bir Tikendrajit? Tirot Singh Siam is the right answer. Some of you got it right. And finally, our 30th question of the day. Fulaguri Peace and Uprising in Assam was organized in which year? 1851, 1861, 1871, or 1881? (1861) is the right answer, and most of you got it right. And at the end of this 30th round, let us see the leaderboard once again. Yes, the first two positions are same. Suraj Sharma with 19,754 points. Closely behind is Arya Ashok and Aparna Ashok. Then comes Sayan and Anish. Now coming to the next question is 31st question. Who led the famous tribal Ulgulan during the freedom struggle? Kaka Kalekar, Chakra Bisoy, Sidhu Kanu, Birsa Munda. Birsa Munda is the right answer. Next question is 32. Which of the following figures was a lawyer of Tilak who defended him during the sedition cases filed by the government of India? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar. Muhammad Ali Jinnah is the right answer. He is a lawyer of the Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, so that is and most of you got it right. 33rd question. Who among the following led East India Company to victory against Tipu Sultan? Warren Hastings, Lord Bentinck, Lord Cornwallis, Lord Clive. Yes, Cornwallis is answer, and 127 of you got it right. And Cornwallis, by the way, served as the British Empire in Ireland, USA, and India. 34th question. Who among the following is associated with the Hindustan Socialist Republican Army? Afaqullah Khan, Chandrasekhar Azad, Periyar, M.N. Roy. Chandrasekhar Azad is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Now, 35th question. In which year Burma separated from British India? 1917, 1927, 1937, 1947. Yes, 1937 is the right answer, and most of you got it right. And at the end of 35 questions, let us go once again back to the leaderboard. Who is winning? We are almost nearing the halfway point of today's quiz. And as we can see, Suraj Sharma is still maintaining the lead with 23,725 points. Close behind is Aparna Ashok and Anish. Following are Srimati and Arya Ashok. Looks like all these three names are repeating again and again. Now let's go to the next question. Is 36th question. Over which Indian city did Japanese Air Force often drop propaganda leaflets but no ammunition or bombs during World War II? Madras, Hyderabad, Calcutta, or Guwahati? Calcutta is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Honestly, I never knew that the Japanese actually dropped this propaganda leaflets over the city of Calcutta. I learned this fact while making this quiz. Very interesting. A lot of interesting information, right? We are picking up by this kind of infotainment, gamified, entertainments like the quiz competition. Now, next question is 37th question. In which of the following regions was the British Indian Army never stationed? Armenia, Eritrea, Iraq, France. No, the right answer is Armenia. Most of you answered Iraq, which is not the right answer. Of course, the British Indian Army served in very, very different parts of the world. You see, the British Raj actually sent Indians, to fight for the British in many parts of the world, right? So Armenia is the place where we have never been to. And with this 37 question, we are in the center, the midway of this 75 long questions. Now let us go to 38th question. Who was the Prime Minister of UK when India became independent? Benjamin Disraeli, Winston Churchill, Clement Attlee, Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain, or Clement Attlee, or Winston Churchill, or Benjamin Disraeli. Clement Attlee is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 39th question. Rowlatt Satyagraha took place in which year? Could you please mute, all of you? Please mute. Which year is the Rowlatt Satyagraha happened? 1977, 99, 1921, or 1923? Yes, most of you answered it 1919, which is the right answer. As you know, the Rowlatt Satyagraha protested the Rowlatt Act, which gave the special powers to law enforcement to arrest without any warrant for indefinite period. It's one of the atrocious act by the British Raj. Question number 40. Tilak edited the Maratha in English and which newspaper in Marathi? So Maratha plus which newspaper in Marathi? Shiva Sandesh, Sinha Garja, Kesari or Krishak? Sinha Garjana, that is Sinha Garjana, Shiva Sandesh, Kesari or Krishak? Kesari is the right answer and most of you got it right. By the way, Tilak wrote the books and edited journals in Marathi as well as in English. You know, he is one of the most prolific figure and an illustrious author. So at the end of 40th question, let us go back once again to the leaderboard. As we can see, Suraj Sharma is still on top, 27,813 points, closely followed by Anish, Aparna Ashok, Sayan, Arya Ashok, and Srimati. 41st question. Who among the following was closely associated with India's freedom struggle and fondly called Roop Konwar? Mani Ramdevan, Jyoti Prasad Agarwal, Kanakalata Barua, or Gopinath Botloy? Jyoti Prasad Agarwal is the right answer. Most of you got it right. By the way, Jyoti Prasad Agarwal was a musical and literary figure from Assam. Forty-second question. Who among the following has written the social background of the Indian nationalism? R.P. Dutt, Dadabai Nauroji, Sarojini Naidu, or A.R. Desai? A.R. Desai is the right answer, and most of you got it right. By the way, A.R. Desai was a historian of the modern India, you know. Now coming to 43rd question. The Mappila movement against British rule and landlords took place in which of the following states? Punjab, Kerala, Bengal, Sindh. Kerala is the right answer, and most of you got it right. And now finally, not finally, 44th question here. The princely state of Travancore is now part of which of the following Indian provinces? Maharashtra, Telangana, Odisha, or Kerala? Yes, Kerala is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 199 of you got it right, but see, it is not that getting it right, but also who actually got it right faster. You know, we are measuring the response time too. And now 45th question. Under which banner did Cheng Japao Kuki organize members of the Kuki tribe against colonial rule? Communist Party of India, Hindu Mahasabha, right? Azad Hindi Fauj or Indian National Congress? Azad Hindu Fauj is the right answer, and 17 of you got it right. And at the end of this 45 questions, let's go back once again to the leaderboard. Suraj Sharma, closely followed by Aparna Ashok, Anish, Arya Ashok, Sayan. This is how the leaderboard is. Now coming to 46th question. Who wrote Gulam Giri? It's a radical Marathi terrorist, test promoting the equality and end to casteism. Phule, Gokhale, Ambedkar, Savarkar. Phule is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Forty-seventh question. Who is associated with the formation of Independent Labour Party? Phule, Ramabai, Ambedkar, Tilak. Ambedkar, most of you got it right. Forty-eighth question. Who is best associated with self-respect movement? Subramanya Bharatiyar, Raja Ravi Verma, Veeramangai, Velu Nachiyar, or Periyar? Periyar is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Forty-ninth question. Who was the founder of the journal Mook Nayak? Periyar, Ambedkar, Phule, Chotu Ram. Ambedkar is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Question number 50. In which province of British India was the Unionist Party politically active? The Unionist Party. Bombay Presidency, Madras Presidency, Punjab, Bengal. Punjab is the right answer, and not many of you got it right. By the way, Unionist Party was a party of the agrarian classes of Punjab during the British Raj. And going back to the leaderboard, who is winning the race? Suraj Sharma is still on top, closely followed by Aparna Shog and Anish and Sayan and Karthikeyan Swaminathan, a new entry now with 31,512 points. Karthikeyan is now number 5. 51st question. Who among the following was the most active in the Khilafat movement? Who among the following? Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Aga Khan, Bhagat Singh, Ali brothers. Yes, Ali brother is the right answer, not just Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So Ali brother, many of you got it right. 52nd question. Who among the following died after receiving injuries during police action on protest against the Simon Commission? The Simon Commission, who? Lala Lajpat Rai, Nirja Phanot, Ghulam Yazdani, or Master Tara Singh? Lala Lajpat Rai is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 53rd question. Gurbaksh Singh Dhillon, Shah Nawaz Khan, and Prem Sagar underwent a public trial at the Dash in 1946. Where? Is it Gateway of India, Bombay, Victoria Memorial in Kolkata, Red Fort in Delhi, or Golconda Fort? Golconda is in Hyderabad. So where exactly? Red Fort in Delhi is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Question number 54. Who among the following wrote that doctors, lawyers, and railways were the biggest enemies of India? Tilak, Ambedkar, Gandhi, Maulana Azad. Gandhi is the right answer. Some of you got it right. So, by the way, this is a very surprising statement. But if you look back in time and if you put this in perspective, then it makes sense. During the British Raj, doctors, lawyers, and railways were the biggest enemies. Yes, it was caught by the Gandhi. Now, 55th question. Who among the following actors has not played the role of Mahatma Gandhi in cinema? Ben Kingsley, Nasruddin Shah, Anu Kapoor, George Clooney. Different films, many of them have played the role of Gandhi except one. Who is that? Yes, George Clooney is the right answer. Some of you got it right. He never played any role of the Gandhi, you see. And at the end of this round, who is the leaderboard? Coming back to the leaderboard. Yes, Suraj Sharma is on the top, then Anish, then Amit Kumar Singh is the third, the new entry here, Amit Kumar Singh. Then Karthikeyan, Swaminathan, then Aparna Ashok, Sayan, Shobhit Verma, and so on. Now 56 question. Who were the two main signatories of Pune Pact? Gandhi and Jinnah, Ambedkar and Jinnah, Periyar and Nehru, Ambedkar and Gandhi. Ambedkar and Gandhi is right answer, and most of you got it right. 57th question. The Vernacular Press Act was passed in which year? 1868, 1878, 1888, 1898. (1878) is the right answer, and most of you got it right. (58th question. When was Jana Gana Mana adopted as a national anthem by the Constituent Assembly? 15th August 1947, January 1949, 24th January 1950, or 2nd October 1948? January 1950 is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 59th question. Which of the following movements has a sizable base in California, US, British Columbia, and Canada, and Hong Kong during early 20th century? A Republican Party of India, Self-Respect Movement, Khadar Party, Hindu Mahasabha. Khadar Party is the right answer, and only some of you got it right. And 60th question. We are nearing the end, you see. 60th question out of 75. Ashfaqullah Khan was born in where? Shahjahanpur, Kanpur, Ajmer, Karachi. Shahjahanpur is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Now let us go back once again to the leaderboard to see who is leading the race. As we can see, Suraj Sharma is still on top. He is leading this, this quiz right from the beginning. Mr. Suraj Sharma, I think you are doing a fantastic job today. Closely followed by Anish and Amit Kumar Singh and Karthikeyan Swaminathan and Shobit Verma. 61st question. Who was known as Frontier Gandhi? Maulana Azad, Master Tara Singh, Zakir Hussain, Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Abdul Ghaffar Khan is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 62nd question. Rani Jhansi segment of the Indian National Army was led by who? Aruna Asaf Ali, Ruth Prawar Jubwala, Lakshmi Sehgal, Sarojini Naidu. Lakshmi Sehgal is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 63rd question. When was All India Women's Conference was founded? 1917, 1927, 1937, 1947. (1927) is right answer, and most of you got it right. 64th question. Who was known as Nightingale of India? Leela Chitnis, Jamini Roy, Sarojini Naidu, Annie Besant. Sarojini Naidu is the right answer, and most of you got it right. So we mix questions at various difficulty levels, you see. So that is one of the strategy of this particular quiz, to bring out the real, the winner. So we mix up all the kinds. So this one is comparatively easier, but we have a large number of challenging questions too. 65th question of the day. Shahuji Maharaj, who patronized numerous social reforms, was the ruler of which of the princely state? Sholapur, Kolhapur, Mysore, Travancore. Kolhapur is the right answer, and most of you got it right. Now, at the end of this round, let's go back once again to the leaderboard. By the way, Suraj Sharma is still leading the race. Suraj Sharma, you are still on top, and closely followed by Amit Kumar Singh. Suraj Sharma is getting 46,851 points. Followed by Amit Kumar Singh is getting 42,000, and Karthikeyan Swaminathan is getting 41,000. Then Anish, Sayan, Shobit Verma, and so on. 66th question. Who was hanged for planning and executing Muzaffarpur conspiracy at the age of 18? Prafulla Chakki, Surya Sen, Bismil Siakode, Khudiram Bose. Khudiram Bose is the right answer, and most of you got it right. 67th question. Who wrote the Kubar-e-Khatir and India Wins Freedom? Munshi Premchand, Said Nurul Hasan, Maulana Azad, Kanu Roy. Maulana Azad is the right answer, and most of you got this answer correct. 68th. Who among the following was the witness to the War of Independence in 1857? Mir Taqi Mir, Iqbal, Khalib, Zauk. Khalib is the right answer, and most of you got this answer correct. 69th question. Who among the following was a revolutionary figure of the Khadar party, in whose name a district has also been named in Uttarakhand? Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Ram Prasad Bismil, Utham Singh. Utham Singh is the right answer, and most of you got this answer too right. And 70th question of the day. Very interesting question about the food. Which food item was widely rumored to contain and convey secret messages during the events of 1857? Gulab jamun, potato, biryani, chapati. It's chapati. Yeah, and most of you got this too. Correct answer, chapati. Congratulations, all of you. And now let us go back to the leaderboard once again. Well, as we can see, Suraj Sharma is still on top. Remember, he is leading this race right from the beginning with 50,936 points. And closely followed is Amit Kumar Singh and Karthikeyan Swaminathan. '71st question, again something to do with the years. The Age of Consent Act pertaining to the minimum age at marriage was passed on which year? 1881, 1891, 1901, 1911. (1891) is the right answer, and most of you got this too right. Let us go back once again to the leaderboard. We are nearly ending the question. Only 4 more questions to go. Who is leading the race? As we can see, we are right now nearing the end, and if you answer one question incorrect, then you might lose the race, So we can see that Suraj Sharma with Amit Kumar Singh, the difference is considerable now, almost 5,000 points. So Amit Kumar Singh and Karthikeyan Swaminathan is also considerable, but Karthikeyan with Anish is very neck-to-neck fight. 44,986 with 44,619. Let us wait and see who is winning this race. And next, next question is something to do with Punjab. Which of these non-violent anti-colonial movement originated in Punjab? Kukka movement, self-respect movement, Kishak Prajat Dal, Azad Hind Fauj. It's Kuka movement, and most of you got it right. Let's go back once again to the leaderboard to see who is winning the race. Yes, the lead is almost same. Suraj, Amit, and Karthikeyan, followed by Anish. Next is something to do with literature, the novel. 73rd question. Which of the following is an anti-colonial novel? Kantapura of Rajarao, Untouchables of Mulkraj Anand, Godan by Premchand, The Guide by R.K. Narayan. It's Kantapura by Rajarao. Only very few of you got it right. Let us see those who are on the top. If you got it right, then the lead will be completely shuffled now. Let us go back and check the leaderboard once again. As we can see, those who are on top, I think they lost this question, but still the lead is maintained. Now you can see that Suraj, Amit Kumar Singh, and Karthikeyan Swaminathan are maintaining their first, second, and third position, closely followed by Shobhit Verma. So next question is something to do with, as we know, this is about British Punjab. So 74th question. Which of the following is the best associated with the land reforms and redistribution in British Punjab? Aga Khan, Master Tara Singh, Sir Chotu Ram, Fazul ul Haq. Sir Chotu Ram is right answer. See, most of you didn't get it right. And this is, if you let us go back to check the leaderboard once again. Is there any change in the leader? As we can see, Sayan is the one who got very fast this round, but overall topper remains still the same. Suraj Sharma with 52,649 points. There is a lot of difference from the first and second. Amit Kumar Singh 48,000, then Karthikeyan Swaminathan, followed by Anish. And we are now at the 75 question, the final question. Final question of today's quiz competition is, it is again, this question is about literature, the anti-colonial novel. Let us go back and check out what is that question. Final question of the day. Who wrote the anti-colonial novel Neel Darpan? Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Mulkraj Anand, Dinabandhu Mitra, Akbar, Ilahabadi. Dinabandhu Mitra is the right answer. Dinabandhu Mitra, and most of you got it right. And this question will reveal the winners of today's quiz competition. The winner of the day. Who are the winners of the day? I hope there won't be much change because the lead is considerable. As we can see, Suraj Sharma is the topper of today. Suraj Sharma with 53,596 points. Suraj, a fantastic win. Suraj, hats off to you. A big congratulations. You did this. I have no idea where you're from. Please, email me to my email address. You know my email address where you're getting the emails. Email me with your detail. I will send a link for the live Zoom. You can be part of the YouTube right now. Amit Kumar Singh also, the second person also. Amit Kumar Singh, please email me. So as the Karthikeyan Swaminathan, right? Amit Kumar is the second person. Amit Kumar Singh and Karthikeyan Swaminathan. So Karthikeyan Swaminathan gets 47 47,625 points. Amit Kumar Singh gets 49,144 points, while Suraj Sharma gets 53,596 points. So big congratulations to all of you. And yeah, now let me stop sharing and go back to the Zoom session here once again. Hope all of you are here. Dr. Rajinder Kumar Sen, would you like to add some points?
Hi,
or
sir.
VC sir is also here. Would you like to add some points, sir? Your reflections?
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Yes, Dr. Rajinder.
Now, I think it's time to present a vote of thanks if you allow.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
So, thank you all. Thank you all. It is a privilege and great joy for me to extend a vote of thanks to all who were part of this interesting and joyful event, quiz competition. First of all, I'm greatly privileged and it's an honor for me to propose vote of thanks for this event. First of all, I would like to extend thanks from my core of heart to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Raghavendra Tiwari ji, for motivating and guiding us for conducting this wonderful event and for blessing us in today's inaugural program. Thank you very much, sir. I also wish extend thanks to Professor S.S. Pannu, the coordinator of the program, and I extend warm thanks to Dr. Felix Bast for conducting this quiz. Also thanks the committee member, Dr. Vikas Rathi, Dr. Vinod Arya, and Dr. Sumedha Datta for preparing questions. And they prepared questions from all the geographical region of India. Very interesting questions. I enjoyed this program very much. I also extend my thanks to Professor Amandeep Kaur and her team for providing us the technical support. And a big congratulations to the prize winners. And I also congratulate all the participants who participated in this quiz competition. I think 2,051 registered participants were in this program. And as today morning, VC sir told that participants are, I think, from 15 countries. So it's a 75 week-long celebration. And today's quiz competition was the first event, and hope we will enjoy in today's afternoon lecture. That is the lecture related with the Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, and hope you all will join this program. And this is a beginning, and we will celebrate the 75th years of independence of India, Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, in through various activities under the guidance and leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Thank you all. Thank you very much. So now Felix sir, for next.
Yes. VC sir, would you like to add a few more points while concluding? You're here, I can see. In case you may like. All right. So I think we can conclude formally. And before concluding, I would like to share my screen once again. Right. So please rise for the national anthem right now.